Good morning, students. As you can see, students, today I'm just making the video for the solution of exercise 3b. As you can see, these examples I had already explained you identity of that a minus b whole square, that is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. By using this simply without multiplication, we can solve this 491 square in simple form of multiplication, which makes our multiplication even easier. If you will see here, 491 whole square is equal to 500 minus 9 whole square. That means 500 whole square minus 2 into 500 into 9. That means 2ab. In place of a there is 500, in place of b there is 9. So 2 into 500 into 9 it is, and plus b square. The same formula is used. Okay. So what happens? It becomes easy. We know 5 5 is 25 and 4 0. So it becomes 2,50,000. And this becomes 5 2 is 10. It means 1000 into 9 means 9000, and 9 9 is 81. Very simply without multiplication. With mouth we can find it. So if you will see, from 2,50,000, 9,000 gone. Of course it will become 2,41,000, and in 2,41,000 81 is added. It means 2,41,018. In same way, if you will see question number 2, there is 289 square. Okay, 289 square, that means 300 minus 11 square. You have to arrange in such a way so that it will be simple number, and in simply you can just without multiplying from mouth you can solve it. If you will see, it becomes a square, 300 minus 11 square compared to a minus b whole square. So a, in place of a there is 300, so 300 square minus 2 into a, that is 300, into b, that is 11. Okay, plus b square, that means 11 square. So it becomes 300 square, that means 3 3 is 9 and 4 0, so 90,000, minus 2 3 is 6 and 6 11 is 66, so 6600, plus 11 square means 11 into 11 is 121. What we will do, from 90,000 when we subtract 6600, of course we know 400 we will add, then it will become 7,000. So add 3,000, 10,000. So it will become how much? 83,400. When we subtract from 90,000 6600, then we get 83,400. And when we add, 83,400, yes, and when we add 121, then we get 83,521, because 400 was there and 121 has been added. Of course, I think all of you had understood this. In same way, product of two consecutive or consecutive odd or even number. Okay, like when there is two consecutive odd or even number, in that case, or even in several numbers also, you can multiply by using the formula a minus b times a plus b. So if you will see here, 49 into 51, it has been written, that means 50 minus 1 into 50 plus 1. It becomes a minus b times a plus b. That is the formula of a square minus b square. In solution also I had explained this. You will watch it. That here it is 50 square means 50 into 50, that is 2500, and minus 1 square means 1 into 1, that is 1. So 2500 minus 1, it becomes 2499. In same way, if you will see question number 2, there is 30 into 32, that means 31 minus 1 and 31 plus 1. Yes. Now here, of course, for 31 square it will be difficult for you to find. So you have to multiply 31 square minus 31 square minus 1 square, it becomes, so 31 square you have to multiply 31 into 31. Okay, that will become 961. Okay, and minus 1, that becomes 960. In this way you will be, now here you will be solving. Now here it is summary of the properties of a square number, which we had read. I had explained you during online classes. Hope you all are remembering. Again I am repeating, then I will be going towards the exercise. A number ending with 2 3 7 or 8, and here I can also add, in next point it has been given, and also with odd numbers of 0 at ending, is never a perfect square. You can read it in one point only. Okay, nor in next point it has been given. A number ending in an odd number of 0 is never a perfect square. This you have to keep it in your mind. Now This, of course, it will be remember square of even number is even and square of odd number is odd. The number of proper fraction is smaller than the fraction. This also you have to understand. Okay, for every natural number n, we have n plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n. Okay, this also you have to remember in mind. Sum of first n odd numbers is equal to n square. Sum of first n odd number is equal to n square. Now if you will see here, 8th number is if m comma n comma p are natural numbers such that m square plus n square is equal to p square. That means sum of two squares of a number is giving the third number square, then m and p is called Pythagoras triplet. For every natural number m is greater than 1, 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 is a Pythagorean triplet. If suppose any number greater than 1 you want to make Pythagorean triplet, then simply you can keep in this format and you will get Pythagorean triplet. Suppose if I want to make the Pythagorean triplet with greater than 1, you can select any number. Suppose m is 2, then what will happen? 4, then after 2a square minus 1, that is 4 minus 1, 3, and 2a square plus 1, that is 5. So 3, 4, 5 will become Pythagorean triplet. Okay, I hope all of you are understanding. Now if you will see question number 10, a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, or even you can say a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square means a square plus b square minus 2ab, or a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, now here comes exercise. Okay, here it has been asked, give reason to show that none of the number given below is perfect squares. So you know it is 2, number ending with 2, never it is a square. I have written also. In same way you have to write. For every question you have to give reason. For this you will write the number whose unit digit is 3. In place of ending, better to write unit digit. The number whose unit digit is 2 is never a perfect square. So 5372 is not a perfect square. In same way, the number whose unit digit is 3 is never a perfect square. So 5963 is not a square. In same way, here also you will write here the number ending with 7, or the number which has 7 at unit place is never a perfect square. So 8457 is not a perfect square. And you can write here also the number which is ending with 8 at its unit place is never a perfect square. So 9468 is not a perfect square. Here you can write the number ending with odd number of zeros is never a perfect square. So 360 is not a perfect square. The number here also same reason. The number ending with odd number of zeros is never a perfect square. So 64,000 is not a perfect square. Here also you write the same thing. The number ending with odd number of zero is never a perfect square. So 25 lakh is not a square. Which of the following are a square of even number? Now for this you have to show. Okay, it doesn't means all even number will become a square of even number. Okay, if it is even number, there is chance of being even number, but you have to show it. If you will see, I had shown 196. I had said written that a square of even number is even, and since 196 is even, we had checked. You have to check. It is not that it is even, then it will become a square of even number. Okay, you have to check it. So you can see a square of even number is even. So 196 is a square of even number. Before writing this, I had checked that first. Yes, it is coming the pair of 2 and pair of 7. So it is a square number and it is even. So it is a square of even number. That you have to check. If you will see 625, this simply we can write a square of even number is even, but 625 is odd, so it is not a square of even number. Okay, by this rule. And then after in question number 3, it has been asked that which of the following are a square of odd number. Of course, we know the rule, that is a square of odd number is odd. So that I had made, you can see over here. This 3 number. Which of the following is a square of odd number? That doesn't mean that if it is odd, then it will be a square of odd number itself. You have to check for that. Okay, you have to check for that, either it is a square of odd number or not. because if it can be odd, then you can change. If it is even, then simply you can say no, a square of odd number is odd. So since it is a even number, it is not a square of odd number. But if it is odd, then you have to check. If you will see question number 3, I had done 484. I had directly written a square of odd number is odd. 484 is not an odd number, so 484 is not a square of odd number. And now if you will see, there is 4225. Of course, it is odd number. You can I had written a square of odd number is odd, so 4225. I had just checked 5 into 13. It is coming 5 square into 13 square, so it is a square of 65. So it is a square of odd number. Hence 4225 is a square of odd number. Now if you will see question number 4. In question number 4, what was there? Let's see. Then I will be explaining it. Even you can see it with your book. Okay, I am just coming over here on the questions to show you. Okay, without adding, find the sum. Okay, what you have to do? Without adding, you have to find the sum. And as we know, the sum of first and square, the sum of first and odd number is equal to n square. The sum of first and odd number is equal to n square. So on the basis of that, I had made, in every question you can see I had made first and last, and I had completed exercise 3b totally. So now I am here with book, so I will not be going on the question again. So you can see here I am showing you question number 4. Here it is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 13. If you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is sum of first 7 odd numbers. So it will become 7 square. And means number of odd numbers. So while counting it got 7. So 7 square, and 7 square is equal to 41. Here also I had written, in every question you have to write the reason. Since sum of first and odd number is n square. Why you have to write every question reason? Why you have to make every question in process if you know the process once? It's because as many time we write the reason, that many time our brain reminds that reason. Okay, and when it goes on remembering, it becomes fixed. After deleting also it will not be deleted. Okay, and try to make memory fix about any reason, formula or process. That's why each and everything should be done in process. Okay, make your memory like a virus. Some virus do not delete from the memory. In same way, your memory also should be like virus while study. Whatever thing you write again and again, it should be remembered. And although if you want to forget it, it should not get forget. In such a way you have to do. Okay. So you can see in every I am writing reason. Third number question it is. There was only 3 questions. So it is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. Okay, sorry, not here it is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19 plus 21 plus 23. If you will count how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 square is 144. Since sum of first and odd number is n square, so it becomes 12 odd numbers are there, so 12 square is equal to 144. I hope all of you are understanding it. Now we will move towards question number 5. Okay, in 5 there it has been written express 81 as the sum of n odd numbers. Already I had said you should sit with your book, so I will not go in the book, and you can watch by downloading the PDF also if you don't have got book. So you have to express 81 as the sum of 9 odd numbers. Of course 81 is a square of 9. So 9 odd numbers you will write first 9 odd numbers, not that I will start from anywhere. I have to start from 1 only. So it has been written 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17. I had written only up to 17. Why? Because up to here only 9 became. You count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So until whoever the odd numbers becomes 9, there you have to stop. And you have to write continuous odd number. You don't have to miss anywhere any numbers. What odd numbers comes next one, that you have to write. So it becomes 81. Why 81? Because it is 9 odd numbers, so 9 square is 81. Here also I have written the reason, that is sum of first and odd number is n square. Now if you will see question number 6, here it has been written write a Pythagorean plate whose smallest member is 6. If you remember during online class also I had said smallest member when we compare, then smallest member becomes 2m. Okay, in the case of 4, okay, in case of 4, smallest member is not 2m, nor that in every cases smallest member is 2m. Why I am saying in case of 4 it is not? Because if you will take 4, then m will become 2, and m square minus 1 will become 4 square minus 1. So it will become 3, and 3 becomes the smallest member, not 2m. I hope you are understanding. Now you can watch over here. So I had written over here 2m is equal to 6, then m is equal to 6 by 2. In a okay, let's read it again from first. In a Pythagorean triplet, the smallest number is 2m, where 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 are Pythagorean triplets. So 2m is equal to 6 and m is equal to 6 by 2 is equal to 3. Okay, hence m square minus 1 is equal to 3 square minus 1, that is 9 minus 1. Okay, 3 square means 9, so 9 minus 1 is 8, and 3 square plus 1, so 9 plus 1 it becomes 10. So what happens? 6, 8, 10 are Pythagorean triplet with a smallest number 6. Smallest number is how much? 6. If you will see question number 4, okay, 6, question number 4, there is 20 with a smallest number 20 you have to make. So same thing I had written again I am saying always you have to write process, always you have to write word. As much time you will write the word will be fixed in your brain. So let's see, in a Pythagorean triplet, smallest number is 2m, where 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 are Pythagorean triplet. So 2m is equal to 20, because here it has been said with a smallest member 20. So what happens? M is equal to 20 by 2, that is 10. Hence m square minus 1 means 10 square minus 1. 10 square means 10 into 10, that is 100. So 100 minus 1 is 99. And m square plus 1 means 10 square plus 1, that means 100 plus 1, that is 101. So what happens? 22, 99 and 101 are Pythagorean triplet with the smallest number 20. So I hope all of you are understanding. Now we will move towards question number 7. It is subtraction of two consecutive numbers. Okay, first is n plus 1, that is 38, and second is n, 37. So 37 plus 1 is 38. So now we should remember the online this formula which we had read during online class, even it is in example also, that is n plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n. So here n plus 1 is 38, so 38 plus 37 I written, and I written 75 I written here formula, since n plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n. Okay, it's better. That means you can say that the sum of two consecutive numbers, if there is subtraction of two consecutive square numbers, then it is equal to their sum. Here also the same thing, it is 218 square minus 217 square, so it becomes 218 plus 217, that is 435. Here also I written the formula, since n plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n. So n plus 1 here becomes 218 and n is 217. Now if you will see question number 8, it is said using the formula a plus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, evaluate. You have to find the value, that is 310 square. You have to find the value of 310 square. So what we will be doing, we will be using the formula a plus b. So you can see over here I written 310 square is equal to 300 plus 10 whole square. Now a plus b whole square is what? Here you can see I have written the formula, since a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I have written a, in place of a there is 300, so 300 square plus 2 into 300 into 10, and plus b square, that means plus 10 square. So what happens? 300 square means 300 into 300, it is 90,000, and 2 into 300 into 10 it becomes 300 into 10 3000, and 3000 into 2 is 6000, and 10 square means 100. So if you will see 90,000 plus 6,000, 96,000 and 100. So 96,100 becomes the total sum. If you will see in 8 number there is 3 questions. So as I had said, first and last question. So I had made question number 3 also, 8 3. Here it is 630 square. So is equal to, I had written 600 plus 30 square. You have to arrange in such a way so that multiplication will become oral. Okay, you can see 600 whole square plus, as formula is there, a plus b whole square minus a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So in place of a there is 600 and in place of b there is 30. So it becomes 600 whole square plus 2 into 600 into 30 plus 30 whole square. So 600 whole square means what? 600 into 600, 6 is 36 and 2240 will be there. That means 3,60,000 plus 2 into 600, in place of a there is 600 and in place of b there is 30. So 2 into 600 into 30 plus I had written 900. That means why 900? 30 square is 900. 30 into 30 is 3 is 9 and 0020 it becomes. So you can see now what we had done, we had just simply added. I had written the formula, since a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. I am reading formula time to time so that the formula should be remembered in you. Now you can see I had written, okay, there should not be tends to mark, by mistake it comes, is equal to, right? Now 3,60,000 plus 36,000 plus 900. So 3,60,000 and in that if we add 36, so it will become 96,000. So 3,96,900 it becomes. Now if you will see question number 9. In question number 9 it has been said, using the formula a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, evaluate. You have to find the value. Here you have to use the formula a minus b whole square. So we will be writing the given number in the form of minus. If you will see here 196. So I have written in simple form. You have to write in simple form where the squaring will be simple. If you will see, you can write this 96 square also as 197 minus 1 whole square. But in that case 197 into 197 you have to do. But when here you will write 200 minus 4, then it becomes easier. 200 square simply you can write 2 to the 4 and 2 to 40. No need to multiply it. So you have to try to keep the numbers in such a way so that it will become simple. So you can see I had written 200 minus 4 whole square and it became how much? 200 square. That is a square minus a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So in place of a there is 200 and in place of b there is minus 4. So it becomes 200 square minus 2ab. So 2 in place of a there is 200. So 200 in place of b there is 4. So 4. So it becomes 2 into 200 into 4 and plus b square. So in place of b there is 4. So plus 4 square. Now what we had done? 200 square. 200 square means 200 into 200, it will become 2 to the 4 and 2 to 40. So 40,000 I had written. In same way 2 into 200 it will become 400. 400 into 4 it becomes 1600 and plus 4 4 is 16 it is. So now from 40,000 when we subtract 1600, okay, then what will happen? It will become 38,400. Okay, 38,400 with mouth also you can understand that 400 will be making it 2000. Okay, and same way there is 400 less than 2000, so it will become 400 more, then subtraction of 2000, that means 38,400 plus 16, so 38,416. These all things calculation can be done with the mouth if you keep your brain active. Okay, in same way if you will see 9 question number 3, there is 891 square. 891 square means what? 900 minus 9 whole square, and that is a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So what happens? 900 whole square minus 2 into 900 into 9 plus 9 square. Okay, so in this case what will happen? 900 square means 9 9 ja 81 and with 40 means 8,10,000 and 2 into 9 means 1800 and 1800 into 9 if you will do, you should know the table. 18 9 ja 162 it is. If there is difficulty then simply you can multiply 9 9 ja 8100 and 8100 into 2 it will become how much? 81. You can say 8 to just 16 and 1 to the 2, so it will become 16200, that means 16,200. You should know how to multiply it orally. Okay, 9 square means 9 9 ja 81. Okay, you will try. If you will think you have got a lot of time, your brain will be active so that you can also do orally. Okay, and as all of our students know, in calculation I am little bit faster. So if you will see here, it is from 8,10,000 when we subtract 16,200. Now just keep your brain conscious over here. 10,000 and 10,000 gone. how much remain? Here remains 8 lakh and here remains only 6,200. If you will see, okay, if you will see, then what will happen? 6,200 if subtracted from 8 lakh, then it will become 7 lakh 93,800. Why I am saying 3,800? Because 3,800 when added to 6,200 will be 10,000. Okay, so from 8 lakh 10,000 goes, then it will become 7 lakh 90, but it is 3,800 less, so 3,800 more it will be there, so it will become 7 lakh 93,800 and plus 81, so 7 lakh 93,881. As you can see, I have written formula. In everywhere you have to write, since a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, we are applying this formula only. Now students, if you will see question number 10, evaluate it is 69 into 71, just like the last example which we had read, the sum of two consecutive even or odd number. If you will see in two number there is not consecutive even number, but also that also I had made, since there was a gap left. If you will see at last 10, two number is also there. So 69 into 71, you can write it in the form of a plus b into a minus b, that is 70 minus 1 into 70 plus 1. Here also you can see a squaring, this will become a minus b times a plus b, so it is a square minus b square. So a square of 70 means 70 into 70, 7 7 is 49 and 1 1 20, so 4900 minus 1, it becomes 4899. I have written the formula that since a plus b times a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Even you can write a minus b times a plus b in multiplication, 2 into 3 and 3 into 2 is same. Now if you will see question number 11, 2, it is 78 into 82. Okay, so 78 into 82, here this is not consecutive even number, but also we can do our here. You can see 80 minus 2 into 80 plus 2. Here also a minus b times a plus b becomes a square minus b square. So I had written 80 square minus 2 square. 80 square means 8 is 64 and 1120, so 6400 minus 4, so 6396. Okay, from 100 4 goes 96, so it becomes 6396. Since a plus b times a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Now if you will see question number 12, it is fill in the blanks. Okay, and here are the statements which you have to understand, and you have to write the such a word so the statement will be true for every numbers, or for that will be the universal truth. So square of even number is even, we have read many times. Square of odd number is odd, this also we have read today also, and earlier also I had said. In question number 3 it is the square of proper fraction is, today also in summary we have read, less than the given fraction. The square of proper fraction is less than the given fraction. In same way question number 4 it is n square is equal to sum of first and odd natural number. So odd it has been written, many questions also I had done. Okay, and last time during online classes we had discussed examples also. So in 13 number it is true and false. For the write T for true and F for false for each of the statements given below. If you will see the statements, okay, first statement is the number of digits in a perfect square is even. The number of digits in a perfect square is even. That means what? In perfect square is always even. Okay, digit is always even. That means it can, perfect square number will be 2 digit or 4 digit or 6 digit. Okay, but we know 169 is 3 digit number also, so it is not true, it is false. So if you will see the square of prime number is prime, like a square of 3 is prime number, so 3 square it is 9. So is 9 prime number? No, it is not, so it is false. In same way in question number 3 it has been said the sum of two perfect square is perfect square. When we add two perfect square, it should become perfect square only. That is also wrong. Why? I will tell you the example. 2 square is 4 and 3 square is 9. 9 and 4 when it is added, it is 13. It is not a perfect square. So this is also false. Question number 4. The difference of two perfect square is a perfect square. Now here it is saying that when we subtract two perfect square, it is coming perfect square. That is also wrong. Same example you see. 3 square is 9 and 2 square is 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. That is not a perfect square. So it is false. Now if you will see the last one, the product of two perfect square is perfect square. Product of two perfect square is perfect square. It is true. Like 2 square into 9 square if you will do, that will be also perfect square, and that will be the square of 18 square. that will be 18 square. Okay, so in this way you will be solving. As you can see, there was gap left, so I had written 11 1 and 10 2 number also remaining left our question. You will do by yourself. Whatever the doubt will be there, I will be explaining you during the online class. And in online class, now we will move towards the shortcut methods for squaring a number. Then after, several more methods will be discussed. Till then, thank you, take care, and do the work. Do the work, practice, read the text, and make yourself strong in math. Thank you very much.